All right, this is a fresh file, right? It has the simulations and all that stuff. It's very fresh, right? But this should show you what you got to do. You're gonna make the shadow matte layer, like shadow catcher, right? You're just gonna make a simple plane, scale it as high as you can. Since you're using Arnold, right? You're gonna want to go into assign new material and then just go to Arnold shader, and then it should be like AI shadow matte for whatever render engine you're using. You should find it similarly named, right? Shadow catcher, shadow matte, something like that. By the way, you're just gonna apply that to the scene, to like that to that little plane, right? And nothing else, just the plane, right? And then you're going to want to go into create, right? Cameras, camera, and aim. All right. Once you create that, there's going to be like a little group in your outliner over here. You're going to open that up. You're going to double click the camera and you're going to rename this matchup or whatever you want, honestly. Just name it something, right? Something that you can recognize. You're going to right click this little camera icon over here and then click matchup. It'll take you into the camera so you can kind of see it, right? And that's what you want. Then from here, you're going to click on this, go to attribute editor. Should bring up your whole like camera and aim situation, right? Change the film aspect ratio to like 1.7 or 1.8, 1.778, which is how Maya reads it, right? That's what I'll set mine to. Then you're just going to go to image plane, where like this should be a little drop down to the environment, right? Then you're going to want to go ahead and hit create. It's going to open up this, and then you're just going to go scroll up if you scroll down. If not, it should start up at the very top. Hit use image sequence, and then you're going to want to hit this folder and just make sure you hit field 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, right? You want it to be the exact start of the image sequence of your video, right? Then you're going to open it up, and then you're going to go ahead and once you have that set up, you're going to need to go ahead and set the depth to 1000, right? That way you can actually see everything, right? Then once you are done there, make sure you go to the Arnold tab or Arnold dropdown, whichever one is comfortable for you. Make a Skydome light, turn off its camera visibility to 0, right? Otherwise, you're just going to get a really blown out IPR, right? And once you've got all your settings there, add an HDRI. You add that by going to the color. You know, you should have done it already a couple times, but yeah, you just add it, go into the color, make an HDRI. You should be good there, right? Once you've gotten that all good, right, and situated, then you're going to go ahead and go into the IPR, right, which should be this little button right up here. Hit IPR, right? And you're gonna want to make sure you're on the right camera, which should be matchup. And you are basically going to maneuver the camera in a way that it's going to line up in the frames, right? So you're gonna want to put it somewhere, right? In this case, I'll just place it right there, right? And once you've got it at the angle you want it, right? This is just for whatever. Once you have it at the right angle, you're going to go ahead and click this button. Make sure you lock that camera. All right? Lock it. Once you've done that, once you've locked it, once you got your angle and all that, right? And you played around with the lighting to make sure it matches up and the flag looks like it's a part of this video in the background. You're going to go to this tab over here. You're going to go to rendering. Once you're done there, you're going to go hit render and then render sequence, right? Make sure that the current camera is set up to matchup, and then alternate output file location, right? Set that up to be in your project folder. It should be images, right? And then set up your own new folder, call it whatever, render, right? And then just hit select on that, and then you can hit render sequence, right? I've already done this before. I'm not going to set my computer to render right now, but it should take, depending on how fast your PC is, either like an hour to half an hour, maybe 20 minutes, right? Depends on how fast you are. Once that's done, you have the other video. It explains how to do that. But yeah, that should be all. If you have any questions, just send it to me.